First of all, I would like to thank our Chairman-6th Commission for arranging such a essential and very meaningful meeting. And I really appreciate Professor Ajay Shah because he is spending time with you. Sir, I wanted to tell you from the beginning at the point what happened in 2006 when the state government has introduced this scheme. At that time, the then finance department officers and the principal secretary, all they have assured that this is going to benefit like anything. Means in future, the government employees will be the crorepati and they are going to get lakh together their pensions. We believe, we trusted, and we adopted. And actually at that time, we didn't know what the in and outs of this scheme. We just believed the government. Sir, now if we see what happened in these 10 years, people literally lost their money. I'll explain you how. Sir, in these 10 years, see, generally we knew that the person will give a service in 30 to 35 years. He may be in the government sector 30 to 35. So already when a person we are seeing him, he already contributed his money in this scheme in 10 years and now he is getting only 800 rupees. He has been pension has been settled for only 800 rupees and in some cases 1200 rupees. Some people they died, now their pension settled for only 400 rupees. And we believe that our returns will be very high at that time. And sir, here certain points in your Act, your section, what 22G says, there is no guarantee, particular guarantee for this. And whereas in your section 37(2), they clearly says all the taxes what you are going to deduct in our account from our salary. And the unscientific thing is, we are able to withdraw our 60% of the amount, and 40 is if we take 40% withdraw. There is no tax, and if you take plus 20%, it will be tax. It will be, we have to pay for a tax. When you are considering that 40% non-profit, you are considering that is not a profit of the employee. Then why you are taking this 20% as a profit? Why you are thinking it as profit? This is unscientific. And sir, I wanted to tell you some countries who adopted this kind of share marketing, purchasing, this kind of schemes, they have totally went wrong. In Nigeria, if you see, there is a PFAS scheme is there. There they have lost $500 million, more than that. And America RSA, they have lost more than $2 billion. And whereas in the Great Britain, they have lost the total investments 89%. They become the bankrupt. These schemes, they went wrong in those countries. And Ireland, 30% they fell down. And Latin America, that is 94% to 69%. So when we see these kind of schemes were going wrong in other countries, and generally see, sir, we the employees, we are not an economical experts. We don't know how to invest, where to invest. And so made for the people of the first in the interest of nation. But sir, the people, we don't know economic investment criteria and whatever the thing. Even though we adopted, and if you see, sir, in our Indian Constitution, there is 3 points is very important: the executive and the judicial and the legislature. Judicial people has been kept outside. Legislative people has kept outside. Only executive people, they have been. Yes. And armed forces, why? If you don't want our armed forces, the army, navy, and air forces, they should get good benefits in the future, their retirement. You have totally kept outside them. Now, sir has told one thing that it went wrong in UP government. Then why? What was the particular reason why you kept Indian armed forces outside? Why you kept the judicial system outside? Why you kept legislative people outside? And one thing, this scheme, national pension scheme, is for everyone, for organized, unorganized, and self-employed, everyone. You have given them an option. They may go for the with that, or they may not go. But for government employees, you have made it mandatory, because if the scheme is coming from the government, then this is the first thing is government employees should be the member of that. Then only people may believe. And they have not given any option whether to choose or not. And earlier days, our pension system was like we were getting total gross 50% land. Now, how much we'll get, we don't know. And if government has given an assurance or bond, there is no such kind of things in here. Whereas in our KSGEA and GPF, all these things, we will get a bond. We have minimum assurance that we will get this much of amount. But in this case, sir, I just wanted to mention certain expenditures. What PFRDA has shown. CRA, certain amount for deduction of account opening, annual expenditure, each transaction, POP registration charges, transactions, trust banks charges, and supervising charges, assets tax charges, fund managers charges, all charges. After that, how much we are going to get, we don't know. And the basic thing, there is no family pension system here, sir. If we die, something happens, there is very difficult to handle our families. They cannot survive. And one more thing, sir, it may be a scheme for the nation. I don't have any doubt about it. But why at the cost of our employees' future? Why at the cost of only our employees' future? And sir, just I wanted to tell you another unscientific thing here. We have a tier 1 and tier 2 system where tier 1 we can be non-withdrawal, and whereas the tier 2 it's withdrawal. But we are not allowed to go into tier 2 system. Only tier 1 system is a mandatory. And if you see the investment criteria, what we have given in equity investment ECG, that is 50% must and should we have to invest in the equity. Whereas you yourself is telling that that's very dangerous but very profitable for aggressive investors. And government never ever taught anything to the employees how to invest, what to invest. And it has been introduced in 2001, sir. We know very well that the internet is largely adopted in the 2001 only. It started the cell phone or all whatever these things. At that time we didn't know. We don't have any accessible thing to communicate with the PFRDA or central government or CRA, and there is no such communication setups here where we can go and we can ask what is happening with my account. Just they have given a plan number. If you log into that, it's not support, it's not clearly shows whatever the thing is there. And those who are depositing since from 10 years, their total amount is right now 4 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 2 lakhs. With another 20 years if we contribute, finally it will come to the 12 lakhs or 15 lakhs. And there is no DCRG in this case. There came retirement category. This all are so many things are there. Sir, you have found him. It may be good for the unorganized and the laborers or self-employed people, but not for corporate people, but not for the government employees. This is nowhere going to benefit. You please show me or else I'll show you what happened in some cities and talukas. People died, yet their pension has been not settled. They didn't know where to go, how to get it, what to do. Lot of confusions are there. Sir, here the C class investment, one is 50% invested in equity investment, whereas you invest their amount in corporate or some other companies where they won't give any guarantee that you will get this much of minimum. Whereas in C class, we have mentioned 30% of investment, whereas these amount will be invested in the municipal boards and commercial banks and profitable means non-government agencies. They also don't give any guarantees of this much of the amount you are going to get. And whereas last is a C class investment where you invest certain amounts, only 20% in the government undertaking thing. Whereas we have the guarantee that government will give us a minimum amount of whatever. Here, it has been made mandatory till the age of 55 years, you have to continuously keep on invest this kind of 50, 30, 20% till the age of 55. And lastly 5 years you have given an option that then you can invest in G category 80%, in C category 10% and E category. And it's not going to differ much sir, in last 5 years because our main investment will be in the 30 years. And nowhere we cannot, like in KSGEA scheme sir, if you see, we can take a loan, we can withdraw complete 100% of amount.
State Insurance Department.
Yes, yes. Sir, one more thing, sir. I just wanted to tell. Sir, in certain points you have mentioned that we can keep.
So, I'm very happy to be here to speak with you right now. This will be necessarily abbreviated, but I would love to work with you in more detail on all this. Okay, so it is very important what you are doing, and I want you to be fully answered. Okay, so I would like to talk with you at length, and in some places I agree with you, in some places I don't, but we should do this well. Okay, let me run through a high-speed set of responses right now, and let's find a way to do more separately. Why armed forces were kept out, I told you my story. Okay, so it was a political failure. I have been in the room myself with Air Force, Navy, and Army, and 10 key people from the other side were present in each room, and all three groups were solidly supporting the onset of this. It is just that after the government change happened and key persons in the team were no longer there, and there were a lot of delays. There is a very interesting Karnataka IAS officer called Dept who was handling this in DEA, then it got handed over to DFS. When it went to DFS, the full institutional memory was lost. So there's a sad political story about why it did not go. Okay, taxation. Unfortunately, the subject of taxation and pensions is linked up to the larger question of taxation of financial assets more broadly. And there are all sorts of complicated parity views that are going on there. P Chidambaram and Arjun Modi have drafted a clean model law called Direct Tax Code. Okay, that gives you a simple, clean, consistent treatment of NPS taxation. I'm not able to remember by heart what the formulation is, but if we talk further, I'll be able to get it to you. This government has said that they are doing some final touches on the drafting of the DTC, and it may be passed next year. Okay? But I totally agree with you that what is there today is a mess, and we need to change that. But it gets standard up with parity with all sorts of other things, and it's not a good arrangement. Third, broader economy rollout. I want to say two things. So first, it is very much the intent that bit by bit NPS is going to go to a very large part of the population, including formal sector. You will know that last year the announcements came out that a private organization which was traditionally mandatorily working with EPFO now has the option of walking out of EPFO and putting their new employees into NPS, and that has started happening. Okay, so in the future, NPS is the pension system of the full India. And it is coming, it's being done gradually.
It's mandated to each and every...
Not mandatory. So currently what is being done is it's being made optional for each company. So Infosys can decide that do I want to be part of EPFO or do I want to be part of NPS. Okay? And gradually this thing is coming. So your point is correct that this is a good system, it should be used more widely. Absolutely. It's being rolled out to unorganized sector. In fact, for unorganized sector to incentivize people to come in, government is even putting a little bit of money, putting in 1,000 rupees co-contribution to just incentivize more people to come. But the full belief is that this is the right platform for the full country, and bit by bit, unorganized sector, private companies, civil servants, everybody is coalescing into NPS. NPS is our main pension policy strategy of the country. Next, you asked about charges. Okay, we were passionate about the subject of charges. NPS is the cheapest pension system in the whole world. All the charges are discovered by auction. So an open auction is done. The L1 bidders are the fund managers. The L1 bidders are the custodians. The L1 bidder is the CRA. We know about the experience of some other countries, such as the UK, where the charges begin quite a bit, and we have been passionate about driving down those charges by auction. In recent years, I personally disagree with what PFRDA is doing. It is trying to again push up charges, and we should talk separately. I don't agree with what PFRDA is doing on charges. I totally agree with you that the greatness of a high volume public system should be wafer thin charges. NPS is the cheapest financial system in India today. There is nothing else you will get in Indian finance that is cheaper than NPS, and that is by design. So when we were doing this work, we were very conscious of the criticisms that had taken place about some other pension systems. Then I don't agree with your narrative about UK, Ireland, US, etc. Let's talk it separately. I have read extensively in this field. I have traveled all over these countries. I've met with key policymakers, members of parliament, blah 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 in all these countries. The closest thing I will point.
One submission, sir. Recently, our presidents have went to Europe, and then he found that government is nowhere responsible for giving pension. What they are doing is their contribution and employees' contribution they are giving to the association itself to handle your pension system, whatever the thing, by through your association. No, we don't want. No, why I am telling the Europe and such some developing countries, if you see, sir, I don't means what we got the information we collected through the Google and all this thing, what is going on. The contributory pension system and investing in the share market, they are totally there under law.
So I disagree. Okay. Let's discuss further. There's not enough time here. I want to just, since you are a very intelligent user of Google, I want to say one thing to you. Please look up something called the Thrift Savings Plan, PSP. This is the mandatory civil servants pension of the United States. Okay, it's very interesting and amusing. This came up slightly after us. So we like to say you copied from us, but actually they thought of these things by themselves. They are also very smart. It's a very simple thing. It's even simpler than ours. And it's working. It's their main civil servants pension system. It's working fine. Nobody is questioning it. So it is a young pension system. It just started recently. As I said, it started slightly after us. And same principles, same ideas. It's working great.
So in Indian Army, you told that what was the issue, why they are not adopted. What we know is there is a 4,500 means 4,500 lieutenant post is vacant in Indian Army. I'm a army background guy. I studied army. So if you give this scheme to them, if people will come to know that in army also there is no pension, no one will be coming to join Indian Army, and it will be threat to the nation. This is
a separate debate. Sir. Nobody is discussing that question right now. Sir. One day that question will come back, I promise you. Because just like he said, yes, there is an explosive growth of Karnataka pension, there is an explosive growth of armed forces pension.
And judicial, why kept judicial and legislature outside? We didn't know. Actually, sir, actually, we want some clarification, sir. Actually, we are not here to debate with you, sir. I am not here to debate. Just some points. I was not here.
Professor Shah does not represent the Finance Ministry of Government of India. He has worked with Finance Ministry earlier when they were putting together this scheme. Now he is teaching in the National Institute of Public Finance and Policy. He is a professor. So he has shared his knowledge with you and his perspective on whether it's beneficial or not beneficial, to what extent, etc. with you. So some of your misgivings he also shares.
No,
he says yes.
I can't say that my all this thing is very.
Let's talk it later. Okay. Yes. So I am very keen to talk with you.
Why the IAS officers, especially the bureaucrats, they have been permitted to withdraw total 100% or why this discrimination is going on, I don't know.
Sir, ಈ ಅವಕಾಶಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾವು ISN Pay Commission ಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು. ಭಾಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ನಮ್ದು ಒಂದೆರಡು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದೆ. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ನೌಕರ ಸೇವೆ ಸೇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ತನ್ನ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ಈ ಯೋಜನೆ ಒಂದು NPS ಯೋಜನೆಯಿಂದ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬಂಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ವಿಚಾರನ ಒಂದು ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ನೌಕರನಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಈಗ ಒಂದು 200 ರೂಪಾಯಿದು ಒಂದು LIC ಪಾಲಿಸಿನ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ವೆರಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ನಾನು ತೀರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಅಶೂರ್ಡ್ ಅಮೌಂಟು ನನ್ನ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಅಶೂರೆನ್ಸು ಈ ಒಂದು ಯೋಜನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಡ್ರಾಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ NPS ನೌಕರ ಸಂಘದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ
every government servant wants some amount of assurance against risk of death or any other kind of problem. Therefore,
NPS doesn't take that away.
See, he says, even if I take a small insurance policy, if something happens to me, there are assured returns on a particular amount. In the NPS, if for any reason he gets out of this scheme, let's say he by death or no such assurance of any returns to the family is available. Is it possible to build that sort of an assurance into this?
Good question.
Thank you. Again, elaborating on this element. And he also cited the examples of Tamil Nadu government having appointed a committee to reassess the whole kind of the range of benefits that would come to the under NPS and whether any other kind of safety net is required. That's probably what they are. Andhra government has already introduced, he mentioned, a family benefit in case of death of the government for superannuation. There is an element of family pension assurance given by Andhra government. Then of course, central government has introduced death cum retirement gratuity. In case of death of the employee during service, there is some amount assured from, that's what he mentioned. For the last.
Yes.
So it is viewed that it is the right of the employee to get assured pension.
Should I go to legality?
Well, you're free to. I only translated this question.
No, the constitutional validity of the NPS reform is solid. The Finance Minister P Chidambaram is one of the top constitutional lawyers of the country. So there is full clarity that the terms and conditions of recruitment of new employees were changed. So when the person took the job, the terms and conditions were. And this has been challenged and the government's position has. So on that narrow point, I think there is no lack of legal clarity. It is the birthright of government as an employer to offer a certain combination of pay and privilege. And in its wisdom, the government felt that combination of pay and privileges needed to be modified. It is within the constitutional authority of the government to make that change. You may disagree with the decision of those people, but it is not unconstitutional.
Sir, one more thing, sir. Even the 7th Pay Commission of the central government, AK Masood Shah also recommended that this is not going to be benefit to the employee. He has recommended him. And one more thing, if you see in the Constitution of India, in direct principle of state policy, there are certain points are there where we can understand it's a complete responsibility of the government to ensure their retirement benefits and all these things. Even though nowhere in our PFRDA, no one is going to give a assurance. Not PFRDA, not central government, not state government. If we ask state government, they'll say decision power is left with the central government. We have applied in RTI, Mr. Muralidharan, he got an RTI answer that the entire scheme is left with the state government only. The decision power is left with the state government. There is nothing with the central government. You can go with the old pension or you can adopt the new pension scheme. The decision power is left with the state government. Whereas in Karnataka, we give these requisitions that please recommend to central government. They say no, this is totally left with the central. Karnataka can't do anything. In the JC meeting also, chairman and officers they have told no, it's not with it's not in our hand. So all these confusions are going on, sir. And
I'll just say one narrow thing, that it is appropriate for you to be engaging with KFRDA and raising some of the concerns that you narrated. Okay? So what you said about issues of transparency, individual control, customer service, flexibility, education, they're fair points. And the appropriate forum for you to take up with the working of NPS is PFRDA, and I would encourage you to do so. I'm happy to help you to do so. Okay? So there is merit in what you are saying on some of those things, and they need to be addressed.
Problem ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ನೇಮಕಾತಿ ಹೊಂದಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮು ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಸುಧಾರಣೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ನು ಮೊದಲೇನು ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಒಂದು ಅಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ದುಡ್ಡು ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ನೌಕರರು. ಈಗ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಕ್ಕವ್ರು ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗು ಹೋಗುಗಳು ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ನೇಮಕಾತಿ ಆದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಕ್ಕು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಅವರ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಪೇನಲ್ಲಿ 10% ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸರ್ಕಾರ 10% ಕೊಡದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಶೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಲಾಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ವಿಜಯ ಮಲ್ಯ ಅವರೇ ಒಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಶ್ರೀಮಂತ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಬಂತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ವಿನೋದ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಈ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ನಾವು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಲಾಭ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. 100ಕ್ಕೆ 100 ಯಾವುದೇ ಗೇಮು ಯಾವುದೇ ಜೂಜು ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಹೊರತು ಲಾಭ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅಂತ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದು ನೌಕರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಆಗೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು? ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನ್ಯೂ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನೌಕರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಯಾರು ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಗೇಮ್ ಇದು ಅವ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಬೇಡ ನಾವು ಸೇಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮನೆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಉಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇರ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಬಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋರು ಈ ಸ್ಕೀಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದೊಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ಸ್ಕೀಮನ್ನ ತಗೋಬಹುದು ಬಿಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. RTI ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬಿಟ್ಟಂತ ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೌಕರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಗೊಂದಲ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಗೊಂದಲಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಸುಧಾರಣೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ನೌಕರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. 400 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ, 800 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದು ಗೊಂದಲ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಗೊಂದಲ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಆಗದಂಗೆ ನೌಕರಿಗೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಹಳೆ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಇರೋರು ನೀವು ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜೂಜಾಡ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಇರೋರು ಅದರಿಂದ ಹೊಸ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಬೇಕೋ ಅವ್ರು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ.
Each employee should be given an option to choose between either the old pension scheme or
the new pension scheme. ಆದರೆ ಯಾವ ಗೊಂದಲ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಉದ್ಭವ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
Because that's entirely in the hands of.
Yes. ಅಲ್ಲ ಯಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, if it is new pension gives more benefit than old pension scheme, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಹ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಳೆ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಅದರಿಂದ ಬಿಡದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸಮಸ್ಯೆನೇ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ನೌಕರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಗೊಂದಲ ನಿವಾರಣೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಯಾವ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಉದ್ಭವ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಜೂಜಾಡೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಇದು ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಅವ್ರು ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಡೈಲಿ ಫುಲ್ ಜಗಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ನೌಕರಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ತಾಪತ್ರ ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಏನು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅವು ಗಾಬರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ನಮ್ಮಂತ 4 ಗಾಬರಿ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನು ಹಗಲರಾತ್ರಿ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನೇ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ NPS ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಗಲರಾತ್ರಿ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕೂತ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನು ಯಾವ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
So it is better to spare the word pension out of this scheme, sir. There are some fundamentals of the word pension, some social security or something like that. So we are pulling this word pension and putting this investment scheme. So anyway, if you want to invest, we can invest anywhere. We need not invest in this scheme itself. So I think the state can think about something. Sparing people, not forcing people, not making it this mandatory.
Whatever the word used, I think it's an investment scheme. No matter whether it is called pension or whatever, it's an investment scheme. And the returns ultimately, it's compulsory investment. That's it.
It's people to think that we are going to get pension and ultimately they find that we are not getting anything.
Just question your use of the word pension to be synonymous with the old style DP pension. Pension is an income stream in old age. There are many different ways to get to an income stream in old age.
anybody else?
Ms. Leena Nagash, do you have any issues? She is the Director of Pensions, Director of Treasuries here. She administers the.
Per se for us is issues with PFRDS which we are trying to solve. There are quite frequent changes that they make, which takes a little time for us to get it across. The other issue is with the drawing officers itself. Probably the employees are not able to get the best benefit of it because certain sectors like the Dept, the salaries don't get credited right away on time.
Local government.
Local government. So that is something we are working on. So we probably put some system in place where we can get the salaries on time. So that right now our credits are about 70%. We are able to do it month on month. About a gap of about 50% which comes a little late. Probably that will be able to help us show a better benefit.
So I feel it's very important, the question I asked him, that every month that SMS should come, that your contribution is coming, the balance should show, and my hope is that you will increasingly become happy at how your balance is growing.
This underscores the point. This also emphasizes the point somebody else made earlier. What kind of assistance does the person gets retired or his family gets, if there is an unfortunate death of the government servant, in accessing the pension from the account and then getting the facilities due to him easily. So there probably government will have to think of some assistance cells to help employees because there is a separate department of pensions also here, which was earlier called Small Savings Department, now it has been converted. They must have some cells here and there, I mean in every district if possible, so that employees are assisted in all pension related matters, whether it is new pension or the old defined pension. In all matters, procedural help and things like that.
Do that. Because I'll speak in Kannada for their benefit. So whether now new pension scheme will break or ಬೇರೆ debate, but ಇತ್ತವರೆಗೂ whatever problems are there, we can create one cell and with some consultants so that individual cases also PFRD ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ, whether it's from the union or from individual cases, it is ಒಂದು ಇದಿರುತ್ತೆ. We'll do that.
Sir, we are proposing our small savings team to work as a backup for this.
Correct. So we should train them,
yes,
and we should have a ability, if necessary, people should be able to go to Delhi on their behalf, because individual government servants cannot go to Delhi and get it done. So we can have some, with people like all of you, we can form one team which meets every month, discusses some problematic cases, and we should have a mechanism where we can help them take it up with the PFRD. We can do that.
One thing I am not understanding is, you see, in our KSGEA and CCA contract code, what it says is the government employees, the only source where he can is he depends on his salary. That's the only source to get income. And we are not permitted to invest or purchase shares separately or some money generating thing. Yes, sir. We cannot generate our money.
Civil servants are permitted to invest. We may have to disclose.
Sir, 1 minute, sir.
No, he's talking about with this money.
No, sir, means some
CSGEA
other money generating. We cannot generate money. Employee cannot do.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ.
Sir, if I am a teacher, I want see now for my future, I'm not getting here assurance. Then what I'll do is I'll take my private classes and
ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಯ್ತದು.
And our Indian life expectancy is 62 years. Now here they have mentioned one thing that after 70 years he may withdraw the complete amount of water. Sir, when Indian life expectancy is 62, how you are expecting that he will live up to 70 years?
Because of a lot of very poor people, it's not like government servants. Life expectancy is not average, is not 60. Definitely
69.
Must be higher.
Many people live beyond that.
Civil servants are not the average of the population. Yeah, but the civil servant is much healthier than the average.
Generally, the citizen of India.
Our government servants' longevity is
Much more.
It is not the general population's longevity.
There is one case of the Supreme Court in 1983, D.S. Narkar versus Government of India, where he explains what is the pension. Pension is not your dana, bhiksha and talla. It's a right. Indirectly it says that it's a right of the
But that's all
employee.
prior to new pension scheme. You please try to understand. Earlier, prior to the new pension scheme, that was the kind of a legal contract between the government and the government servant, the employer and the employee. That was the thing which has been changed. That's what it's trying to say. Which has been changed with the new pension scheme. That is, when you enter the service itself, you agree for this new pension scheme and join. So anyway, it is legally to be challenged. It has to be done by you. It cannot be done at the government level. No.
And I just want to say that the person who led this work, P Chidambaram, is one of India's best constitutional lawyers. It is ironclad. There is no constitutional flaw in NPS.
ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರೆ ಡಿಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ.
ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಉದ್ಭವ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋವರೆಗೂ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಯಾರು ನಮ್ಮ ನೌಕರು ಯಾರು ಕೇಳೋದು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಕ್ಕರೆ ಸಾಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸಿಕ್ಕ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಶುರುವಾದಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಈ ಏನೇ ಈ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಡಳಿತರು ಈ ನೇಮಕಾತಿಗಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇದ್ದಂತ ಆದೇಶ ಅದು ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿವಿ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಅದ್ರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ಗೆ. ಶೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಒಂದ್ ದಿವಸ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದ್ ದಿವಸ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಕೆಳಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ನಮ್ ದುಡ್ಡು 100 ಇತ್ತು, ಯಾವತ್ತು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಜೀರೋ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಆ ಜೀರೋ ಆದಾಗ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಬದುಕಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಫಂಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ನೀವು ಐದಾರು 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರೋ, 50 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ, ಬಟ್ ನೌಕರಿಗೆ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಉದ್ಭವ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಸಾಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಸರಿ, ನ್ಯೂ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ LIC ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ಡ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಒಂದು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವತ್ತಾರು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಒಂದು ತೀರ್ಕೋತಾನೋ ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ನೌಕರಿ ಒಂದು ಖಾತ್ರಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆ ಖಾತ್ರಿ ಆಗುವಂತದ್ದು ಲೀಗಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ನೌಕರಿಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ.
The point Manje Gowda is making is, would it be possible to build into this or separate a separate system of insurance with or without contribution, which would ensure that in case of a mishap, it goes.
No, actually I wanted to, waiting for the meeting to finish, I want to take a look at that Andhra and the central government. We'll take a look at it separately.
Yes. So in case,
I'm open to looking at it.
In
case of death and all that.
Yeah, in case of death and or anything like that, there should be some.
I'm willing to look at that.
Yes.
Seventh Pay Commission, Central Pay Commission allo kuda sir, one more point ನಾವು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. This new pension scheme will attract ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ as a best talent ಅನ್ನು ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ಗೆ is failed ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ.
Sir, one more thing is maybe scheme and for financial stability it came out. You came forward for in the interest of the nation and but not in the cost by playing
the thing is not like the individual thing. Unfortunately or fortunately, I joined before the new pension scheme. So you may say I'm totally right. The question is, at some point the country has to say whether we can afford pension at all. If you have that earlier pension scheme, then the country, individually as a state or as a country, would have reached a point at some point where they cannot pay at all. So it is not like all states have enough flexibility and choice to do that in a country like India, where our resources are limited. So the choice is that what was the option? So had we continued the old way, which all of you feel is a better way, then maybe we would have had a situation where at some point it will just collapse, you can't pay.
If that is the situation, let us give some little bit of freedom and some assurance and clarity and kind of a bond and assurance and family pension. Let it, it's a we have to justify the employee who spent his 35 years of the service here.
But even today, government is the only sector where you have at least have employment guarantee. Please see the private sector. There is no employment guarantee also. Now you are talking about guarantee beyond employment and after retirement pension. World is changing. Now if I say, that's what I said, I was not saying it because you say you have nothing to do, you joined earlier. But my son is not going to get this. Get what I'm getting, right?
Fine, sir. Then
So there is a very different.
Sir, last point, sir. If that is the case, sir, just give an option. We don't want this scheme. The commercial banks are there where if we give 2,000 or 3,000 monthly income, they are ready to give 30,000, 40,000 at the time of retirement, and they are giving assurance also. We will go with that. Why you are forcing us to come into this scheme? If it is good for you, please let them
keep our money in the bank. It's a guarantee.
Give that money to us. We will invest somewhere else.
Right.
ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇದ್ದೀರಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರೇ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು.
Sir, idalla sir, mutual funds, bank, commercial banks.
Mutual funds are also very risky. Equity-based mutual funds are the ones with high return.
So the problem is twofold. The first is that when money is given into the control of each of us as individuals, there is a very high chance we will spend it. Okay? The glory of a formal pension system
You may be a little more aware and all, but like in
many
some
people
economics,
will
you
just
not
spend
know
it.
what to do with it.
The glory of a formal pension
I'm
system.
not just saying that.
So the glory of a formal pension system is that forced saving, forced accumulation. The power of compounding. That month after month you stay invested. You don't get scared, you don't get rattled, you don't withdraw your money, you don't spend the money on your daughter's marriage, and then you generate a good corpus. Part 2 is you're saying I'll go to mutual funds. Now there are 500 mutual fund schemes. There's a tremendous cognitive challenge. How are people going to choose which is an appropriate mutual fund scheme, which is not an appropriate mutual fund scheme? What TFRDA and NPS give you is a safe, regulated, limited choice zone. But there is at most ABC choices. There's not too much choice, and a lot of hard work has been done to keep you insulated from difficulties. So the way I formulated it earlier, I wish you were there. Unfortunately, we were not able to do that discussion with you. Is that there should be a spectrum of choices on risk and return, and there will be very safe choices. Buy government bonds, as I said, buy United States government bonds. They're even safer. And if a person has the appetite to take a little more risk, then he should be able to go to a more risky choice. And that's a fair arrangement for everybody. That, finally all of us are different. It's like, which phone do I buy? It's my choice. You won't choose my phone. Let's respect that we are all different. We each have our own tastes. And that's what NPS should be. So there should be a couple of choices.
So that's what he's saying, is that they should give more choices or allow us to invest on
So I'm skeptical about that. Allow us.
But that is not easy for us.
Last question, sir. I'll finish it up with this. Sir, PFRDA can amend all this system. What if you getting some problems? PFRDA has authorized to get some amendments, do some amendments. Sir, it's completely our money. Why government is giving their contribution to us and our contribution? That's completely our money. The plan is good. 60% you can withdraw, 40%. By that you will pay the pension. After my death, let at least allow our family to withdraw that remaining 40%.
Absolutely, please represent. We should take it up. We'll also take it up on your behalf.
Family cannot.
See, you individual we'll also. That's what I'm saying. We have not had this discussion before. We'll just take it up.
Then at least make one subcommittee and discuss. We will discuss on that. Finally, the subcommittee give the report in volume 2. At least debate should be go ahead.
Yes, both Professor Shah and Mr. Prasad have agreed. And I will engage with
Andhra and Tamil Nadu, they already formed their own committee and they're giving reports also very soon.
ಯಾವ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಸರ್. ನೌಕರು ದುಡ್ಡು ಶೇಖರಣೆ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
Nobody, if that Parliament was actually planning to, the present government was planning to pass that other bill, they forget the government service, none of our deposits were necessarily safe. Do you know out of NPS, the nationalized banks have the largest amount of NPS. So if that act comes through, you forget pension. Any of our deposits is not safe. So the world is changing. I am trying to tell you that. Even it is true for everyone.
But if you see the difference between NPS and NPS, there is huge differences there, sir.
Okay,
so many things.
Before we come to this side, anybody from this side? Any question from the last?
Again, finally, it will come to the government to look into that. But we are requesting, sir, so many places, there is huge protest is going on like anything. Entire Karnataka is burning. If I will send you some of the pictures, the bike rallies, so many things, debates and discussions. So finally, the conclusion came is this is not going to give benefit to the
ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ಗೆ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ಮೇಜರ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ. ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗೋದು ಈ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ.
One thing I just put it up from what he said. In this FDRA, do you have any effect on the deposits of NPS? Is there any protection for that?
No, I mean, so FDRA bill applies really to two cases: banks and insurance companies. I was surprised when you said you would rather keep your money in a bank. Banks are extremely unsafe institutions.
Actually, banks is very unsafe.
Okay? Banks are extremely unsafe institutions. Banks have a leverage of 20 times. What that means is that they have 1 rupee of equity capital and 19 rupees of borrowing. So they have 20x leverage. And banks are fragile. Similarly, insurance companies make promises to you. They take money all your life and they say that when you die, I will pay. Are you really sure that LIC has all that money that he has made promises for? So these are banks and insurance companies make promises.
LIC, but I don't think LIC.
Example like Amanat Bank, all they are doing.
So banks and insurance companies make promises, and it does happen that sometimes the assets in the pocket of the bank or the insurance company are not commensurate with the promises. When that problem state happens, FRDI comes into motion. Okay? It's not an issue for nationalized banks because the promise is first backstopped by the government. So FRDI bill doesn't come into the picture. But for private banks, yeah, when a private bank fails, FRDI bill will come into the picture. This is your bankruptcy process for private banks and private insurance companies.
But I thought the FRDI thing, they are not protecting even there's no guarantee even about nationalized.
So the thing is that the Bank Nationalization Act has the protection for nationalization. So you don't need to say that FRDI.
ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾವ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ದುಡ್ಡು ಇಟ್ಟು ಸೇಫ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡಬೇಕು, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಒತ್ತಡ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರವ್ರ ದುಡ್ಡು ಅವರು ಮನೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊತಾರೆ. ಹೌದಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಸೇಫ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮನೆಯವರು ಸೇಫ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಕ್ಯಾಶಿನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ.
NPS, what's happening? Can I just continue on NPS? So on NPS, the way it works is there is a certain fund manager. He has physical ownership of the securities where the net asset value adds up to the valuation that comes in your assets. And he has made no promises, there is no debt, nothing. So nothing can go wrong. So NPS doesn't require FRDI bill because it's just by construction. There's no borrowing, there's no promises, there's no guarantees. It's just the truth. Today's net asset value is shown to you in today's SMS. There is full transparency, full truth. There are no speculation about the future. That's what makes NPS robust. And then there's no FRDI in the picture.
Is that the entire amount is insured?
No, it's not insured. It's just that it is just facts. It's a depiction of fact. I'm saying I have 1 pen. That's NPS. Whereas in a bank, I'm saying that I have some loan and I hope that when Vijay Mallya pays me, I'll be able to repay it. A bank is a hope. An insurance company is a hope. NPS is hard reality.
So one small clarification. Is there a possibility that a part of the deposit may be converted into equity of the bank?
When
in case of any crisis?
So now we are on subject of FRDI bill. When a bank goes bankrupt,
Yeah.
the Resolution Corporation has a menu of choices of what to do.
Yeah.
One choice is to try to arrange a private equity transaction where the bank is sold to somebody. Another choice is to liquidate the bank. Okay. Like that, there are a couple of choices. One of them is called bail-in, which is the subject of a lot of WhatsApp mistakes. Okay. So in the WhatsApp universe, bail-in is something very dangerous. Well, hypothetically, if we will all persuade members of parliament to delete the bail-in provision, we will be left with something worse. It's called liquidation. I think that it's better to have bail-in than to have liquidation.
The fund manager, the fund manager, the P Manje shown the 6 fund managers. There's again the bank, SBI, UTI, ICICI, money all this.
But it's a separate entity. So even if SBI goes bankrupt,
It's not the bank. Risks of the bank.
They don't lend from that.
They are the managers, they are the fund
it's a
managers.
separate standalone company which has no borrowing,
It is not the bank. It's a company founded by
By
the bank.
SBI or
which has zero borrowing. So nothing can borrow.
Yeah, Mr.
Sir, this contribution from the date of appointment of the government employees, you mentioned that it amounts to paying them double pension, something like that.
10 plus 10. That
Yeah.
10 was interpreted as the value of the old pension system.
Uh-huh.
10 was interpreted as a premium because we are doing important reform. This was Mr. Vajpayee's call. It was his pure politics. And he felt 10 plus 10 is a fair value. He asked us, our original formula